Hello and welcome to Elden Ring, probably one of the most anticipated games from Software in this year and last few years, really. And yeah, I mean, I'm a big Souls fan. I have like over 1,000 hours in all the Dark Souls games, and also Sekiro I played recently as well. I really like these games, so I'm gonna check out this one because this came out very recently. There is some, well, apparently there are some performance issues though. I did test the game a little bit, and yeah, there is some stutter, but I'll get to that when we get there. For now though, I really just want to play Elden Ring. Let's start a new game. Let's see. So there's a few classes you can choose from. I mean, just if you know anything about Souls games, it doesn't really matter. You know, unlike a lot of like other like RPGs where your class does matter, this doesn't really matter too much, except maybe in the very beginning, but later on you could just simply just, you know, craft your character the way you want it. But I'm just gonna choose this one. I think this one's the best stats, you know, like mid-max anyway. Because there is like a, you know, there's an aspect of like having particular stats for each of those classes. And, you know, if you want to min-max, then you want to choose the ones that have the most stats and the ones that you already want. But anyway, but let's see. I already have a character in mind. In fact, I even have already a template to choose from. You can choose from various templates, I guess. But I spent like, you know, when I bought the game, like last night, most of my time was just simply spent on making a character. So you can actually like save like a character and then load it here. So this is what I have anyway. There's even 3 variations. It's just badass lady, you know, with an eye patch. It's a little cliche, but you know, that's the kind of character I want to play right now. You know, it's mature. You have different voices. You know, I don't know. Just do that. She's like a badass lady knight. Oh, and a keepsake as well. It's just an extra item you can choose, a starting gift. Most of these items have, you know, I imagine nobody really knows what it means unless you already played the game, I guess. But there's a medallion, there's a rune, there's a golden seed, ashes, a cracked pot, a stone sword key, bewitching branch, boiled prawn. Okay, so it seems like some of these are consumables. I mean, just like the Souls games, some of them might be interesting to use, but I imagine all of these items you can get eventually anyway. I think well, I don't know if it matters, but it seems like the most, the best item to use anyway, or to get, seems to be the golden seed, because that increases your sacred flasks, which I believe is your Estus, which I believe is your HP potions, basically. So that seems the most useful to me anyway. And yeah. Let me just name my character. I've thought about the character name. I'm gonna name her Oritha the Exile. You know, I think Oritha is just like, I believe is Latin for virtuous or something. There's a variation of that. And I put a little title just because, I don't know. I know in Dark Souls 3, you actually see the character name, you know, when they participate in multiplayer and all that. I don't know. I just like the idea of just making the character have like a title, so it's kind of like it fits into the world and everything. That's how I play the game anyway. You know, some YouTube content creators or streamers, they like to make like really wacky characters, but I like to make a character that actually fits into the world. I don't know, that's just me. Anyway, let's finish, and I believe there's a cutscene, so let's watch that.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the Shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Yeah. I like how the narrator got really excited, near the end when he was naming all the important people, I guess. And I was surprised actually. The intro, it just seemed to be just concept art, which is not, the art itself is not bad necessarily. It's just kind of weird because I don't know. I just think of Dark Souls as like usually the Dark Souls cinematics are very like epic and all that, of like 3D animation. But this one is just a bunch of like, I don't know. It's like a storyboard. And I was just thinking it as well when the whole cinematic was playing. Like, it's very Dark Souls, They're just like, welcome to this, foreign land. And here are the bosses that you're going to fight. And, and you are just some nobody. And you're going to beat them all up or whatever. It's this classic Dark Souls. So I don't know why they needed to bring, George R.R. Martin to do the writing. It just seems like this is just typical Dark Souls, flair. I don't see any differences in the rest of the games, really. But anyway. Whatever. I mean, the only thing I know about George, that's his name, right? George R.R. Martin or whatever. It was like advertised so much, like that he like was like a writer for this game. I think he helped with the writing. I'm not sure entirely, but he's a famous author. He wrote like a book, I think. Song of Ice and Fire. It got adapted into like a TV show, I think, or something. Apparently, the ending of it was really bad, though. Anyway. So yeah, Elden Ring, woo! I'm excited. This is my excited voice. This is as excited as I can get. I don't know. But, it's really cool. Elden Ring, wee fat roll. So we're playing as the Vagabond. We have some starting equipment. You have a long sword. Let's read the messages. You can equip armaments, arrows, bolts, armor, talismans, and items. You can equip up to 3 armaments each your left and right hands. The actions each armor performs will vary based on which hand is wielding it. Yeah, very similar to Dark Souls 3 actually. This seems to most of the game seems to be just kind of like an improvement of Dark Souls 3 with a lot of the same base mechanics. The biggest difference though is this thing. Jumping. Oh my god. You know, it's like holy macaroni. You can't just jump in a Dark Souls game. It's crazy. But you can jump in this game. You know, that's one of the biggest changes. I mean, you could jump in Sekiro, right? But Sekiro is kind of like a completely different game. But now, like a Dark Souls, like a more Dark Souls-esque game, you can freaking jump. It's crazy. Also, there's a big tree there. Amazing. And you can move the camera to show you to do that. You know, I spent a long time on this character face, by the way. I don't know if it's still... I don't know. I think it looks alright. But... It could be improved, I think. It's just hard to make good faces in the Souls, you know, character creator, as involved as it is. You know, there's a bunch of sliders and all that. I don't know, looks all right. But yeah, badass lady knight. Her little backstory, I like to imagine, is that, you know, she came from like a fallen empire. You know, she left her country, and now she has nowhere to call home, and that's how she ended up in Elden Ring or something. I don't know. I like the idea of like having very, very light roleplay, I guess. Where's that halberd? When I make a character in Dark Souls, especially in Dark Souls 3, I made a lot of characters in Dark Souls 3. Mostly for like co-op and PvP, you know, after I beat the game. I just made a lot of different kinds of characters with different themes. I just find that kind of fun. I don't know. And again, I like to make a character that kind of fits the world and everything, for the most part. And that's what I like to imagine. It's how I got into the first Dark Souls, really. And why I even like the Souls games in the first place is how immersive it is, you know? It's like you drop into this world that is very, like, I don't know, stylistic, and it's like, it feels like a living, breathing world. And unlike like a traditional RPG, where it's like, so many times a lot of these RPGs just thrust you into like a bunch of like dialogue and like exposition, you know. Some games even allow you to like make your own character, but then you still end up being railroaded, I feel like. Anyway, you know, like BioWare games and everything. I don't know. I just like the Souls games, ironically. I feel like it's better for role playing because there's no like, you know, choices to make, really. Just actions, I guess, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, before I go into this like obvious boss arena, there was an item I picked up. I should like show it. Here's the inventory, by the way. With the inventory menu, you can browse the items you carry, drop them on the ground, throw them away. You can also use tools in the menu, and you can also show explanations and toggle data and whatnot. Here's this. I believe, well, let's see. The memory of first grace, which once guided beyond Tarnished to the lands between, lose all runes and return to the last site of grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. The cycle from software games. But yeah, this is like basically, I believe, the dark sign. Basically goes back to a checkpoint, but you lose all your runes. Runes, I imagine, your souls, and if you don't know what souls are, it's money, basically. And also experience points. So it's like a mix. It's like money and also experience points. And also Tarnished Wizened Finger. Just a finger. It's an online item. You use it to write messages. A finger of corpse wax, so emaciated, the bone is visible. Is a relic for those who came before, left to help those who would come after. And by the way, when you pause, the game doesn't pause, you know. So that can leave you in some pretty sticky situations. Unlike a Sekiro, you know, Sekiro was like just a full-on single-player game, so you can pause and everything, but this game is technically multiplayer. There is integrated multiplayer if you choose to interact with it. You don't have to, technically, as far as I know. I actually don't know the mechanics of the multiplayer in Elden Ring, but I know in the other Souls games, you know, it's technically optional, but kind of depends. Sometimes, I know in Dark Souls 1, sometimes, well, actually, no, in Dark Souls 1, you know, if you're hollow, then, you know, it is optional, actually. I can't remember. I think it was Dark Souls 2, or maybe 3, where you start off online, you know, and then you can get, like, into PvP and all that, but, you know, technically you don't have to. As long as you don't summon, I think, usually, in Dark Souls 3, it's very unlikely you'll get, you know, PvP and all that. But that's kind of the part of the fun anyway, PvP, is that it's kind of forced on you and everything. Anyway, here's the first boss. Obviously, me, the Souls veteran, who's played many Souls games, will totally beat this boss. That has like, how many arms does it have? Like 1, 2, 3. A lot of legs as well. I will totally beat this boss, very easy. It's super easy. All you do is just dodge everything. Just dodge, easy. You know, just dodge. That's all. Nope. And okay, never mind. Never mind that. All right, so you lose enough health, then things happen. I don't know what happened actually. It's just a black screen. I assume we got beat up and then thrown somewhere else. I don't know. You could probably beat that boss. It's really hard though. You don't have any healing items, and it also ends when you're like low health. But I assume like if you were low health anyway, you would have died in the first place. I guess. A little cutscene.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
The Belden Bing.
Does violate the Golden Order.
Okay. Okay. I was just making sure she was finished talking. I thought she was finished talking. Something about a Golden Order. Everyone seems to be obsessed with the title of this game, Elden Ring. This kind of reminds me of what's that movie, Lord of the Rings? You know, obviously that's like a plot point of those movies. I don't know. There's some parallels you can draw, I guess. There you go. You also got a flask. I guess she slipped a flask into her pockets somehow. Flask of Cerulean Tears and flask of Crimson Tears. This is a... Oh, I didn't mean to put that way. This is the HP pot. A sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice was once graced by a tear blessing. Filled with Crimson Tears, this flask restores HP of use, rests at a site of grace to replenish. The one washed up on the gravesite was sure to die until this flask was offered its gift of rejuvenation to seek the Elden Ring. And also this one. It's basically the same except it heals MP, so it's a mana potion, basically. Is the idea. Actually, I want to put... I'm not gonna... I am most likely not gonna use this anytime soon, so probably just put that there. That's a pouch. I think the game explains it later, actually, because I tested the game a little bit already in the beginning. But like, you can put stuff in your pouch, which is basically like instead of having in your hotbar, basically, it's just like a slightly faster way of just getting to certain items, and you can just use it or whatever. So you can hold it down here and then press up or whatever. And they're a player message. I never mentioned it. It's like just a staple of like Souls games. People could just leave like pre-generated messages anyway. Or not anyway, but you know, they can leave like messages that are like from a list of words or whatever. It's pretty fun. I mean, obviously, if like I'm playing this on launch, basically, so there's gonna be a lot of messages. It's always very exciting, you know, to play like a Souls game in the very beginning when the community is very active and all that. I don't know, it's not the same feeling, because I remember actually playing like the first Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2, you know, replaying Dark Souls 2. I even have like the old versions of those games, and it's just very dead. So it's not the same when you play like a Souls game long after the community's already done with it. It's much more exciting when it's like a bunch of people playing at the same time. It really feels like there's some, you know, some semblance of camaraderie. Is that the right word? Camaraderie? You know, just being like a hard game together in a way. That's a really cool idea too. It reminds me of a Journey, you know, on the PlayStation 3, was it? I think PlayStation 3. I think there was a remake recently as well. That game where like a bunch of players are kind of playing, you know, together, but not like co-op, I guess, necessarily. But there is co-op, but you know, like not everyone all at once, I guess, if that makes sense. Anyway, there's a cave of knowledge down below. This is actually something I missed the first time. But you can talk to this thing, which I believe doesn't have a voice, so I'll just say, "Brave Tarnished, take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood." I'll just do the voice acting, for the ghost thing. But yeah, my first thought as a Souls veteran again, is that I wouldn't jump down there because I just saw a message I saw a player message, I think, and then I was like, jump down there? You crazy? That's obviously a troll, but actually you are supposed to go down there. That's actually the tutorial area, which I will do. I also want to mention there's an item over there that piqued my interest as well. Actually, I don't remember getting that actually. How would you get there? Oh. Anyway, you go down here. Here's the tutorial. I feel like most streamers will probably miss this. It's kind of like Dark Souls 2 actually, where there's a tutorial area in Dark Souls 2 that is completely skippable and optional, and I feel like when you do that, a lot of people are gonna miss it. But you can also rest in a site of grace. So resting in a site of grace will restore your HP, FP. FP I think means like focus points, basically your MP, and cleanse any status elements. It will also refill sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where the light converges. These explanations are required in the form of info items, can be accessed from the inventory anytime. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention. I didn't know you can actually just look at it from the inventory. Again, when I tested the game, I just went really fast, just to check out especially the open world area, which I will talk about later. I mean, so far it runs pretty fine actually. Even on high, I did lower the settings though to really make sure it's stable. But even on high, for me anyway, it was fine inside. It's when you go to the open world is when it gets a little stuttery, but I'll show that when we get there. But yeah, here's the tutorial cave. Again, I feel like a lot of streamers and YouTubers are gonna miss the tutorial cave. I really feel. But yeah, you can attack. Well, he's already dead, but I want to show off all the things you can do in this game. I mean, very typical Dark Souls. But just in case anyone's watching that doesn't know Dark Souls in the first place, you can do light attacks like so. You can do like a strong attack like so. I think you can charge it as well like this. Oh. You can hold up your shield if you want. I actually don't like using my shield too much. I feel like it's kind of a crutch. I mean, for me, I actually want to learn how to dodge things, but sometimes, because I have a shield, sometimes I might want to use it. I mean, the biggest thing though about the shields though, you can parry actually. I mean, I think every weapon has technically a weapon art. It's very different. I feel like, well, not very different, but the way it's, I guess, programmed, you could do all kinds of different moves depending on which weapon you have in each hand. And for the shield, its special ability is the parry, which is a staple of the Dark Souls series. Can I parry this guy? I mean, this guy is kind of hard to parry because he attacks so slow, and actually is ironically harder to parry. I'm gonna fail parrying. Don't worry about it. Nope. Especially, I mean, I don't know this faster parrying shields. I know in the other Souls games, depending on the shield, you can have better parry frames and everything. Usually, you actually want a shield that actually parries faster. In my opinion. I'm just gonna keep doing this forever. Okay, there you go. I don't know, I feel like in Dark Souls 1 it's a lot easier. You just press the button as soon as it hits you and then you basically parry. In this game, very similar to Dark Souls 3 and 2. You have to be careful of the wind up, Anyway, you can guard as well. You can guard your shield, like so. Can you guard your hands? No, okay. I think you can guard your hands. Wait. Well, I think you can show us you later, but you can actually two-hand your fist, by the way. It's kind of silly, but you can just do this. I wonder if there's going to be a fist weapon in this game. I like using fist weapons in this game. Maybe not this character. Maybe in a later playthrough. I don't know. Depends. For this character, by the way, my plan is just to really kind of explore the game and really try to find all the weapons. This character is going to definitely be a melee character because the Vagabond class has, I believe, just high strength, high endurance, high dexterity, whatever. Basically, the stats you need to like equip most weapons, because each weapon has like stat requirements and everything, and there's stat requirements for like, you know, for like magic and spells and different kind of weapons and all that. Oh, yeah, you can dodge, by the way. I'm kind of messing around. You know, I'm not really doing this the most efficiently as I can, but oh yeah, you can jump. See, wee, jumping. Wow, crazy. Also, there's a person there shooting at me, so you learn how to dash, which is running. And I guess in the other Dark Souls games, you would like have to press a button to jump. You know, after running, you do like a weird sprint jump. That's always awkward. But now I guess you just simply press the jump button. I hear something that's different, by the way. Actually, each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, so you can like equip 3 different weapons. Usually, you don't want to because it'd be very heavy. But armaments can also be 2-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. There you go. So a little bit different from the other Dark Souls series. I believe you hold triangle or Y. Ow, still shooting at me from over there, seriously. You hold it down and then you press the button that you want to equip. So, like for example, the right shoulder button for the sword, and even the left one if you want to like equip 2-handed shield for whatever reason. Fun, I guess. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit different. It might take some time getting used to, but you can also guard break, by the way. That's a thing. I believe that was introduced in Dark Souls 2. And that can happen to you too if you're like guarding too much, and then because if you get hit while guarding, your stamina goes down. Your stamina goes to 0. You get guard broken, and they can do a special attack on you when you guard broken. Also change targets for your classic Dark Souls. Nothing new really, for the most part, but definitely I feel like the biggest change would be the 2-handing and stuff, and some of the things we'll learn later on, I think, as well. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll see. Also parrying. Oh yeah, I should have changed my flask number. Oh yeah, because I really don't need my cerulean flask really, because I'm not going to use it very often. But basically, instead of parry, you can also like put the shield away, which allows you basically just make the fist do nothing, and therefore allow you to do square off, which is this. Allows you to do other attacks as well by holding down the, I believe, L2, or I don't know Xbox controls. I just think everything is PlayStation, even though in the game, it shows you Xbox controls. But armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects, and they also use FP. So that's the thing. They do use your mana or whatever. Yeah, for the sword, every weapon is slightly different, though a lot of weapons have the same skills, I guess. But the sword, and they also introduced in Dark Souls 3 as weapon arts, but Elden Ring, I guess, it's just skills. But you can hold it down, and you can either press the light attack or the heavy attack to do this. Oops, I missed. Okay, try that again. There you go. So yeah, you can do the various attacks like that, which is interesting. Oh yeah, crouching. Okay, crouching to make it harder, or crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that has a notice will cause more damage than usual. Probably backstab as well. So yeah, crouching's new. I feel like this is like in Sekiro, you just turn to Sekiro. So I wonder if actually you can make like a stealth character in this game. Maybe, I don't know. Probably can't stealth everything, but I wonder if you can like make a specialist stealth character. Stealth is always kind of awkward in the other Souls games because the game's really meant for it really. But now, because ever since Sekiro did have like light stealth elements, I do wonder if in this game you can actually make a more like stealthy kind of character. I don't know. By the way, you can look through this hole. Stance breaking. You can also, some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Yeah, you can also do jump attacks just from here, just jump and do jump attacks. It's crazy. Couldn't do this in the other Souls games. You should do a jump attack whenever you want. Do that, and then that's stance break. Similar to being guard broken, I assume. Same thing. Like every enemy has like an innate pose, I guess. Poise. It's poise. Where you know, you lower it enough, then they get staggered. But there's also stakes with Marika. So upon dying, you can be arrived at the last site of grace that you visited, which is the bonfires, I guess. However, if there's a stake of Marika near where you die, you can choose to be revived there instead. Okay. Choose to be revived here instead. There's no, you know, you can't rest here though, so you can't heal your HP, but you can revive here instead. I wonder if there's any like tactical advantage of doing that. I don't know. Maybe like during like where you find like a boss. I guess yeah. If I die to this, which I see a fog gate by the way, usually it's a boss. I guess you get revived the stake. Okay, so I wonder, yeah, maybe there are like gonna be boss fights, and there's gonna be a stake right in front of the boss gate, so make it easier to like, you know, just fight the boss again. Anyway, guard counters can provide a counter immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is something new, I think. Let's try it out, I guess. Oops, I want to get hit first. Hit me. Oh. Nah, I'm not doing it right, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'd rather parry him, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know how to do the guard, whatever. Ow. That didn't work. I'm gonna die to this random guy. I'm really gonna die as a random person. I want to parry him. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna die to the tutorial. I really want to parry him. I died. This is what I get for trying to be fancy. And he needs dental. Anyway, you know, that was I intentionally lost, right? It was just to show off this mechanic, obviously. You know, totally not because of my incompetence. Upon dying, you be arrived alive last site of grace that you visit. You drop all your runes, your souls. If you die again, you lose them forever. And this is a compass. They show you where you lost them. You know, which is nice. I like the compass. Sometimes I feel like when you lose souls and everything, it's kind of hard to find a bloodstain. I see a lot of bloodstains, by the way. I guess a lot of people died here, which is not supposed. I mean, this boss is super easy. I gotta mention. Okay, let me try again. Actually, I do want to practice doing the guard thing. I'm actually not sure how it works. Is it just? Yeah, sometimes it's just. I don't know. I don't know, because we get pushed back sometimes. I don't get it. It doesn't seem to be like immediate, you know. Also, it's like a trap as well because he attacks, he combos. I don't know, whatever. Come on, let me parry him. Ow. Ah, come on. Yeah, you gotta do it way earlier. I feel like it's tricky though because if you do it too early for some attacks, they'll miss. Ah. Damn it, I thought I had it. Come on, let me parry. I feel like parrying with the shield is not great either. Come on, parry. There you go. Frickin' die. Come on. Enemy failed. Even though it's like just a random... That's just like a mob, really. Like a level 1 mob. Well, to be fair, maybe not level 1. Maybe level 2. Anyway, I beat the tutorial. Amazing. No stutter there. Not too bad. I feel like most of the stutter comes from like loading areas, it seems. I mean, this game's on my SSD, so it should be pretty good, but even then, I guess. There's a stutter. So you end up over here, you get an item. I guess there's another item over there. I don't know how you get that one. I don't know if it's like a secret where you can like get that item. I'm not sure. Got gesture though, which is obviously very important in the Souls games. Do little emotes, obviously, amazing. I'll change it. Well, let's see. What was it? What did we just get? Strength. Get strength. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'll change this one too. There's also, I mean, this is new. There's some few new ones from the other Souls games, I feel like. And then there's this one. Wait. That's new. And I think this one's new too. The other ones seem to be from the other Souls games. They're just copy and pasted. There's this one. It's kind of like, well, was it? I don't know why they never put, well, what is it? You know, it's the emo from Dark Souls 1 that was popularized by Giant Dad. You know, the Giant Dad meme. But they, ever since, have never added, well, was it? What is it in the other Souls games, I feel like. I don't remember if it was in Dark Souls 3 or not. I feel like in 2 and 3, it was just not there. And even in Elden Ring, they still haven't added it back. They just added like variations of it. But it's not the same, you know? It's just not the same. Anyway, let's go over here. This is where the real Elden Ring starts, by the way. That was just practice, really. That was just training. Let's go over here. There's a bunch of options here, by the way. I mean, I think it's pretty self-evident. But you can also go to your flask. You can allocate your flask charge. This is like a Dark Souls 3 thing. Because there is like MP now, I guess. You can choose between HP and MP. And obviously, I don't really like to play mage characters for the most part. That might depend. Later on, maybe I'll try it out. But for now, I'm playing like a melee character. So really, there's no need for like mana. I feel like health is just more important, at least in single player. Maybe in PvP, where you're like trying to do like special attacks all the time. But I prefer just having more HP. And since I have a golden seed that I got from my starting gift, I believe. In fact, let me look at it, I think. Let me see if it's in my inventory. Yeah. A golden seed found at the base of an illusory tree. Was it the tree that we saw in the beginning? Increases the sacred flask number of uses, and when Elden Ring was shattered, these seeds flew from the Erdtree. Everything's Elden. Scattering across the various lands, as if life itself knew that its end had come. It's a clump of, like, tree roots. Good. Let me just dump that into my flask, and therefore just have more sips. Amazing. Use Sacred Tear. Okay, I imagine Sacred Tear makes your potions more powerful. It goes a past time, by the way. That's interesting. You know, actually, in my test save, you know, there is something that affects, or there is something that is affected by time. So that's an interesting mechanic. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, it's been in other games, but it's the first time it's been, I feel like, in Dark Souls kind of game, really. I know in the other games, Sekiro and probably Bloodborne. I remember playing the Bloodborne PSX version, where, you know, time does, like, affect things. But in this game, you can actually choose how time affects things. So that's interesting. Anyway. Co-op. So you can use Tarnished's Furrow Finger to write a gold summon sign. Co-op multiplayer. Begin once you have summoned by a player from another player. You'll take a Roman ally. And yeah, and show you on the compass as well where they are. So basically, that allows you to co-op. I believe... Yeah, this... Don't use it. For online play. Your furrowed finger. A finger of coarse wax for like a hook. It's a relic of those who came before, left to help those who had come after. And there's also the finger severer, which I guess is cut off your finger. I believe this is just basically the black crystal. You know, allows you to just simply banish people from your world. Only allies, though. I feel like, you know, people always mistake that, at least in the Souls games. They think you can banish, like, PvP. No, you can't banish PvP. PvP is non-consensual. You can only, you know, disconnect, like, consensual summons, I guess. Anyway. Actually, I want to get rid of this, because I'm not going to need it anyway. What's also this? So you see this fog here you can't really get through. I'm assuming it's related to this. The Stone Sword Key, which I don't have. It's interesting. So maybe, yeah, if you use a Stone Sword Key as your starting gift, you can go over here. I don't know why you would, though. Maybe it allows you to skip some stuff. Probably, like, for speedrunners. I don't know. But we don't have to worry about that for now. We'll just continue onwards. Over here. Messages, by the way. The game is new. It's a lever. It has, like, 4,000 upvotes, I guess, to just say lever. I can't really use it. I assume it's to bring the elevator back down. And you say, what elevator? Well, this elevator right here. Classic, just step on the thing. And then you go up. Whee! Yeah, usually I don't like to use shields, really. But because it has the parry, I don't think you can parry without the shield, you know? If you take the shield away, the parry button becomes this, you know? Because I like having the parry. I hope to find like a shield that has a good parry frames or whatever. You know, like a smaller shield or a faster shield, hopefully. All right, here we go. Limgrave. On medium settings, by the way, so it's not as good as it looks, but you know, it's for better FPS. There's the big tree. Everything's loading, so it's gonna be a little framey. I'm also recording at the same time, so probably that'll affect frames. Yeah, right now I'm not getting good frames right now, which is not great. I remember getting better frames when I was playing on my own, but well, let's just touch the grace. There you go. And basically, oh yeah, and here, guys, grace. Grace exists to guide the Tarnished, lead them along the proper path. Yeah, so there's a little trail you can go towards, which is very Genshin Impact, but I mean, Genshin Impact's not the only one that did this, but or probably not the first one, but you know, there's a little trail you can follow that basically just marks like the main path you should follow, which I probably will do for the most part until it opens up more. But you can explore the world from here and just go to random places. Probably not recommended, really. Oh man, it is a little like, yeah. I was getting 60 before, but I guess because I'm recording, you know, and streaming. I'm not getting 60 anymore. Not too bad, but oh well. I know there's going to be like a patch later on, but right now there's no patch, so hopefully the patch fixes the frame rate. But use your map to check your current position, as well as the terrain surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks, so you can still put markers. Yeah, so, you know, Dark Souls has like a map now, or Elden Ring anyway. And with the map menu, you can check your current position. You can freely place beacons of light. You can also fast travel, by the way. But not everywhere. But yeah, you can fast travel anywhere you want now. Well, not anywhere you want, but you know, all the ones you've been to anyway. Is the idea. Oh, and there's this thing by here, by the way. Summoning pools. In each area, you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You find it easy to summon other players at these locations. It's called when hostile summoning signs create small effigies gather as summoning pools. So that's an interesting new mechanic, I feel like. You know, it used to be, I feel like in the other Souls games, there will be certain areas that people will put their signs on, but this just, I guess, congregates, you know, automatically, so you can, like, get summons easier that way. And look at it. Small golden effigy. Yeah, oh, nothing new, actually. There's no like lore necessarily. It just says you can use it and you use the pool. All right. Well, hopefully the frames get better. I know I was getting better frames later on, but I guess we'll see.
Oh yes.
Let's talk to this guy.
Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless, without guidance. Without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Oh, that sucks. Anything else?
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare.
Me? You?
Care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Okay.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff. The
Over there?
home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Seems to be our first, you know, boss we need to murder, but
It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
All right. So we have our first objective. And it's nice that it's like, again, the From Software design is nice because it's kind of like in other games it'd be like mission updated. Go over here to defeat Godric or whatever. But in this game, it's kind of like, hey, here's some like subtle hints where you need to go, and you can talk to this NPC. You don't have to. It's very recommended you talk to him, so he like tells you where to go. But you don't have to. You can just walk away and do whatever you want. You know, you get lost and you probably have a frustrating time because you get murdered by high level enemies. But you know, you can do that, right? That's the feeling that I feel like is missing from a lot of modern RPGs. I feel like starting from like Skyrim, you know, and those kind of games. They kind of lost the whole point of like RPGs. I feel like it, especially like action RPGs. Anyway, but yeah, it's open worlds. It's like, you know, everyone always makes the comparison, but it's like Breath of the Wild, you know, sort of. Not exactly, obviously, but it's a big open world. Also, very framey open world. I don't know if I need to lower some settings. I do know, so I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, I didn't have bad frame rate for this necessarily. Again, hopefully it gets better in other areas. But I do know that if you fight this thing, by the way, this little mini boss that you're not supposed to fight really, it gets really framey. It gets really laggy for some reason. I don't know why. But like if you fight this guy, which I probably will right now, I mean probably die, but it gets super laggy. Like it's so unfair. Like the thing, the enemy's kind of already hard already. It's an elite enemy, kind of like the knights in Dark Souls. Silver Knights or whatever, or like the Black Knights, but and you don't have to fight this guy really. It's recommended to come back later and do it later, but you can't fight this guy, and well, I'm gonna try. The problem is that it gets really laggy, super laggy for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like the AI apparently for this guy is just tanks the frame rate for some reason. I'm gonna try. And I'm not gonna give it too many tries because I could spend all day here. So I would too, but I do want to make some progress today. I don't want to just do this forever, but yeah, I did fight this guy, you know, my test save, and he is hard. Again, you're not even supposed to fight him really, but I did so. Especially gets hard in second phase, but oh, I gotta get to a second phase first for one, and also fight these frames. Oh, that horse charge, that horse shove, by the way, is really annoying. He's kind of vulnerable here. Do some attacks. Okay. Around half health is when he does his second phase. He uses his shield or whatever. Yep. Very epic music, by the way. Nope. Nope. Okay. Despite the frame rates. Oh, the freaking shockwave. You wouldn't think that would hit me, but it did. Okay, well, I'll use up all my flasks. And the game's freezing. What? Wow, it didn't freeze this bad. I guess because I'm recording. That's me a lot more laggy. Because of that. Oh, really? The shockwave? Maybe I should try jumping, maybe. And I'm dead. Damn it. Okay. I will try again. I don't know if I really want... Despite really wanting to, I really don't. I shouldn't, because it's so laggy. It's gonna be so laggy and, like, bad. Even though I feel like I could beat him. It's like, I'm so stubborn, like, I really want to fight him. But it's so laggy, I shouldn't. I'll wait for the patch first, you know? Apparently From Software, at the time of recording this anyway, From Software did say that they were gonna, like, fix the game, but, you know, obviously it hasn't come out yet. Fix. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of like animals by it. You can murder these animals. Oh, that was like rolling. It's rolling. Go. You just murder these animals real quick. Get some bones. I think there's crafting this game. That also no, I didn't mean to aggro you. Actually, I did actually want to avoid you this time, Tree Sentinel, the master of frame drops. His special ability is dropping your frames. Really. Ooh, give me that. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm going over here. Church of Ely. Ele? Ele. I'm gonna activate this checkpoint. Gonna leave me alone yet? You can fast travel, basically. That's what the game said. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down real quick and not worry about that guy. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting like 50 frames, which is not great. I could play at 30, but I don't know. I did do that Dark Souls 3 actually. When I had my computer is not so great, I actually played in 30. That actually makes the game harder though, because there's less reaction time for certain attacks. But you can strengthen armaments. At a smithing table, you can spend runes smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. So yeah, that's how you upgrade weapons and make them stronger. Get a smithing stone over here, but you can't do it yet. But yeah, you can go up to, it says here, +3. Obviously, you have to find an NPC to make it even stronger. Any lore on the materials, I wonder? I'm not going to read everything, but I'm just curious. Goes up to +3. And mining galleries. Mining galleries are built to excavate this. Or rather, I don't know. There's a bunch of mining going around, basically. Anyway, here's an NPC, by the way. I'm this guy.
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Alright, here's a merchant. Can I learn about you?
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only Tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
What are you buying? What are you selling? You got a recommendation?
So, if you can spare the rooms, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
After all. Anything else?
You know, if you should buy yourself
okay, it's the same dialogue.
The kit costs
Yeah, there's crafting in this game. Again, Breath of the Wild, right? Breath of the Wild is not the first game that has the elements, but it's just the first thing you're reminded of because it's, in most recent memory, it's one of the better open world games that have been released in the past few years, I guess. Actually, when did Breath of the Wild even come out? I don't even know, actually. But anyway. But yeah, you can buy stuff from merchants. I guess he said get a crafting kit. Allows you to craft. Might as well buy that, I guess. So that's probably where you use the materials, from like killing animals and stuff, to like make other things. I don't know. I actually don't really like crafting all that much in video games. Not really something I like doing. This is just kind of like tedious and whatnot. I don't know. You can buy a torch though. It's probably like good to have. If you ever go to like a dark place, get that real quick. There's also some chain armor. It's a large leather shield. This seems to be like a medium-sized shield. Again, I want like a small, because I know in Dark Souls 3, the parry timings, I mean, there's like, there's specialized parry shields as well. They have like a special parry animation. But actually, the small shields are the ones that are the best for parrying because they have faster parry frames, right? So by notes, that kind of reminds me of Sekiro, actually. Also crafting recipes, it seems. Holy water, glowstone. You buy meat? Does meat heal you, or... I mean, I imagine a lot of Souls games, there's not a lot of healing items necessarily. But I wonder if you can just craft a lot of healing items, you know, kind of like life gems, or like, Demon Souls grass, or whatever. Maybe. Now, there's also notes here. Probably interesting notes, but I don't have the runes for it, so that's fine.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Okay. Item crafting. Make a bunch of items in the item crafting. You also need containers or crack pots to craft certain items. Container items will run out with use, but containers themselves will remain. Oh, interesting. Huh. So you get to keep the actual, like part of the materials. You can make more or whatever. I didn't actually want to mention the halberd as well. It's interesting I feel like in Elden Ring, you do like a 4-hit combo, yeah. Which is different actually. In the Souls games, you would just like attack, like ad nauseum, whatever. But there is actually like a combo system, it seems. Like the last, like it seems like the 4th hit, you do like a little final hit, it seems, as well. Do a little charge. Like it's kind of like Bloodborne as well. I say this while playing actually the real Bloodborne, but I played the PSX version. But you can charge attacks. You can charge like this, but you can like hold it down a little bit and then just let go to do like a strong attack. So you can vary your attacks there, which is interesting. And obviously you can like this. Yeah, I mean this playthrough is definitely going to be me about just trying out all different kinds of weapons, really. That's kind of what I like about Dark Souls. I mean, many things I like about Dark Souls, but the weapon variety is very fun, I would say. You know, something that's unique, I feel like, to the Souls games. It's not like a sword that's like... I mean, there are weapons like this, I was going to say, though, there are certain weapons going to be like, you know, this sword is like slightly stronger than this sword, you know, has +5 attack compared to that sword, you know. But, you know, in Dark Souls, there's like different weapon classes which make it fun, you know. Because again, in other RPGs, it's kind of like, yeah, it's just like a sword. It's like slightly stronger than this sword, and that sword is slightly stronger than that sword, and that's it, you know? It's not very interesting, I feel like. But because it's like a very move set for all different kinds of weapons, it's fun to learn them. Kind of like a fighting game, you know? Or like a beat 'em up. For now, I'll stick with the sword. My trusty sword. Go over here. I guess go towards the tree. And here are some regular enemies, not that like giant knight over there that's gonna murder your frames. I'll come back to that guy later. For now, I'll go over here and then probably fail to parry. Every time. Come on. Attack me. Damn it. Come on. Parry. This is what I do in Dark Souls 1, by the way. I just learned the parry timings. And fail and then die to like basic enemies. I don't know, I can't get used to it. The frame rate doesn't help either, but there you go. And that was like a slow attack, it seems, on his part. Worked out. Bolt. Good. And a smithing stone, I think? Oh, that works. I mean, I would like to upgrade my sword right here. Well, I could save my sword. Actually, I'll save it. Because I'm not sure, because that's the thing about these upgrading weapons. I mean, early on, it's a little limited. I mean, I imagine later on, there's plenty of upgrade materials and smithing stones. But early on, you want to make sure you want to spend the materials on the weapons you actually want to use. Which for now is a sword, but not sure. Later on, I don't know if I'm going to find any other weapons. Here's a guy. He's looking at just some fire, I guess. Oh no, he's holding the fire, rather. He's holding a torch. And some cookery. There's guys who are throwing knives. Oh, this is a knife. Yeah, the frame rate is really bad. I don't know. I think it is like because I'm streaming. The frame rate wasn't too bad when I wasn't streaming, to be honest. It was okay. There was still some stutter here and there, but it was still mostly 60 FPS, but now it's not. Which really sucks. I like how enemies drop, you know, there's like a little like a special effect that plays, by the way, whenever an enemy is about to drop an item, I find. And so you can tell when they're going to drop an item. Also materials, it seems. Yeah, you can find fruits, flowers, mushrooms, and butterflies. It's for item crafting, so there you go. Again, very much open world type mechanics. Where you just find stuff on the ground. What's over here? A cave? Actually, I didn't see this in my test save, actually. I don't know what this is. I just go inside this cave randomly. It's a random cave for no reason. Also a summoning pool, I guess. You want to summon people. I don't know if I'm going to interface with the multiplayer all that much, to be honest. Well, when the frame rates get better, you know, then I'll interface. Anyway, inside though, inside is not too bad. Inside for the most part is okay. Should I even do this right now? This random cave? Where does this even lead? I don't know. Groveside Cave goes over there. You know, I'll try it out. I've never been in this cave yet. Bunch of wolves. Get some bones. Gonna use some bones. Ow, ow. Uh oh. Ow, oh, oh. Freaking. I hate dogs in Dark Souls games. Really? I use up all my healing. Oh, this one is like tough. Go away. All right. Oh, I just got turned around. I thought that was I thought it was further in the cave. Also, I noticed an icon on my character there on the top left. I wonder. I didn't know what that was though. Not sure. Maybe because I was in the middle of combat. Is this moss? Oh, it's just literally moss. Okay. That was glowing, by the way. I don't know why that was glowing. Did I get anything from that? I'm not sure. Bones. Another wolf. Just like messages to just put on the corpse. Good. Okay. Oh. The heck is this? It's a boss already? Rush in and then try attacking. Okay, I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna explore some more first. And then realize it was like a boss already. Sometimes it's not. I mean, I know in the Souls game, sometimes fog walls don't actually lead to a boss. Just that it usually does. Nope. Hey. Yeah, I got hit. Okay, if I fight that boss, I'm probably gonna go back to the checkpoint and heal up because I've used up all my potions already. Fireflies. Good. Golden Rune. Actually, I don't know what that is. What is that? Golden Rune? Is it like money? Yeah, it's money, basically. Grace that dwells within the inhabitants of lands between the lingering trace of gold. Runes are nourishment for the development of any Tarnished, provided a finger maiden can be found. Well, we don't have a finger maiden, I guess. We're maidenless, remember? A cracked pot. I assume that's used to create certain items. It did mention, yeah. Again, it's a key item, actually. But yeah, you can, like, put stuff in it. I assume throw it like a firebomb, maybe? But you get to actually keep the container. I don't know. That's interesting, actually. It's like a refillable consumable, technically. In a way. I have no HP potions. Let's just check it out real quick. Also, I pressed the wrong button.